What's going on, everybody? David Morrison back with week 3 of Tailgate Thursday right here on the Vol Society Network. Another week of college football is upon us. Let's run down our weekend college football menu. Our beloved Tennessee Volunteers are back home after that emotional win against Pittsburgh as they welcome in the Akron Zips. That will be a 7 o'clock kickoff on the ESPN Plus app. So if you have the ESPN Plus app connected with the SEC Network, part of your TV package, you will get this game. And for more info on this game, please to make sure to listen to the podcast, Good Old Rocky Talk, and Vol Society Live. High noon on ESPN, an SEC showdown as the new number 1 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, who leapfrog the Alabama Crimson Tide this week, will hit the road to Columbia, South Carolina, as they take on the Gamecocks. That's a new kickoff on ESPN. South Carolina coming off a loss last Saturday at Arkansas. Georgia defeated Samford 33-0 last week at home. That's Georgia and South Carolina noon on ESPN. 3:30, the return of the SEC on CBS as the 22nd ranked Penn State Nittany Lions from the Big Ten heads down to SEC country to take on the Auburn Tigers. Last year, this game was played in Happy Valley, won by the Nittany Lions. Auburn looking for the revenge this year. So 22nd ranked Penn State at Auburn, 3:30 on CBS. Same time on Fox, a pretty interesting West Coast battle as 12th ranked BYU, coming off a huge win at home against Baylor, heads to Eugene to take on the 25th ranked Oregon Ducks. Oregon played a non-conference game last week, picked up a win, and this will be the first time we really get to see Oregon since that Chick-fil-A kickoff game against Georgia. So be interesting to see, can the Ducks rebound and pick up a big win on the season as 12th ranked BYU taking on Oregon, 3:30 on Fox. Going to some of the night games, doubleheader of SEC action on ESPN, beginning down in Baton Rouge as Mississippi State takes on LSU. Interesting scenario with this game, especially how LSU came out flat against Florida State a couple of weeks ago, looking to pick up a home win against Mississippi State. Remember 2 years ago when LSU was the defending national champions, Mississippi State came to Baton Rouge and upset the Bayou Bengals. Can that happen twice in 3 years? We'll find out. Mike Leach has got a really good team. So that's Mississippi State and LSU coming up at 6 o'clock on ESPN. And then late night, 9 o'clock on ESPN down in College Station, 13th ranked Miami Hurricanes take it on the 24th ranked Texas A&M Aggies. Texas A&M coming off that shocking loss to Appalachian State last week, looking to shake off that loss and pick up a nice top 15 win as Miami comes into town. Miami quietly, like I said, in the top 15. This will be their first big test of the season, so it'll be the Canes and the Aggies Saturday night, 9 o'clock on ESPN. And our high school spotlight game of the week takes us to the state capitol as one of the more surprising teams in Nashville high school football. Franklin Road Academy, 4-0 on the year. They'll head to Lipscomb Academy, also 4-0 on the year and defending state champions. And for those who may or may not know, the head coach at Lipscomb Academy is former Super Bowl winning quarterback Trent Diffler. He is the head coach at Lipscomb Academy. So it's Franklin Road Academy and Lipscomb Academy. Our Vol Society High School Spotlight game of the week should be a lot of fun there. Don't forget, follow along on Vol Society as we drop the podcast, Good Old Rocky Top. And if you want to be a part of that podcast, please make sure you ask us a question by using the hashtag GORT Podcast, GORT Podcast, for Good Old Rocky Talk, with your question, your name, and where you're from, and you could be a part of the Good Old Rocky Top Podcast. Like I said, our podcast is available right now on Apple, Spotify, Amazon Podcasts. New episode drops each and every week with myself, the host of Good Old Rocky Talk, Brad Frank, and David Dees. And also, don't forget, follow us on our social media accounts, Facebook.com/UT Society, YouTube.com/Vol Society, and on Twitter @Society Vol. We got a lot of great content coming up this weekend. I will be at the Tennessee Akron game. Make sure you follow along on Facebook as I'll be dropping stories on our Facebook page as I give you kind of behind the scenes and my game day experience as Akron takes on Tennessee. That's going to do it for Tailgate Thursday. My name is David Morrison. I'm the Vol Society lead analyst, and we'll talk to y'all next week as we preview week 4 of college